Here's an interesting question I've been thinking a little bit about recently. What games did you guys play before you started playing League of Legends, and do you think they've sort of influenced how you play League of Legends? I've said this a few times, so I'm sure plenty of you guys know by now. I play plenty of games other than League, but the first game I really devoted a lot of my time to was RuneScape. When I was like 10 years old, I started playing that game, and I played it for like the next 5 years of my life. In case you don't know what RuneScape is, it's a browser-based MMORPG, and it used to be so fun. Back in 2006, and 2007 especially, there was this huge community of people who all played this browser-based game from their computers, from their laptops, and it was awesome because you could run it from any computer, and it was a pretty simple game, but it was just this awesome huge community that played it and all these people you would interact with on a daily basis. I have some pretty good memories of playing it, but what I really think is interesting is how RuneScape and some of the early RPGs I played in general sort of shaped how I view the world and play other games. I truly believe that if I or anyone else does something over and over, they'll get better at it. They'll level up. If you throw enough bronze knives at yaks, then you'll get 99 range. If you cut down enough willow trees, eventually you'll get 99 wood cutting. And if you play League of Legends enough with the intent of getting better, eventually you'll start getting better and see yourself improving. You guys know the phrase, just do it, the Nike slogan and logo and everything. That's a pretty big core component of their brand. That phrase was first coined back in 1988 at an advertising agency meeting, like in Mad Men. The founder of the agency, a man by the name of Dan Wieden, came up with the slogan after taking inspiration from Gary Gilmore. Gary Gilmore was a man who murdered 2 people in the late 70s and who was sentenced to death for it. He gained some international notoriety when he demanded that his death penalty sentence be carried out and that he actually receive it. He was actually the first person executed in the United States in the past 10 years at the time. He chose to be executed by firing squad in 1977, which seems pretty late for a firing squad, but when he was asked if he had any last words, he just responded, "Let's do it." That eventually evolved into Just Do It, and now is plastered over all sorts of billboards for Nike all over the world. Now, despite the fact that Nike's slogan actually came from a murderer who ushered back in the death penalty to the United States, I have to say, I like the phrase. I've had so many instances where people ask me questions like, how do I get better at League of Legends because of the way that my YouTube channel started off? They'd say things like, I've seen all your videos, I've watched them all, I've taken all your advice and everything, blah, 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 blah. But no, really, how do I actually get better? I'm stuck in silver, or I'm stuck in bronze, or whatever. As if I'm holding the real secrets to improvement to people who only spam my inbox with private messages. Firstly, if you want to get better at League of Legends, I actually have a playlist titled Becoming a Better League of Legends Player on my channel. If you want to go watch it, I'll link it somewhere on the screen right now, but that includes all my videos that I used to make about how to get better at League of Legends. Some people say my advice has gotten them as high as Diamond 1, so you may want to give it a shot. But secondly, if you want more advice from me or something else, all I can really say is just do it. That phrase is such a perfect mantra for someone who wants to do anything. Do you want to start a YouTube channel? Just do it. When I started my channel, I planned out my first video like 3 months ahead of time, writing an elaborate script and trying to make it as good as possible so it would kickstart me into some sort of huge success. And in the end, it did help out a little bit. It helped out a decent amount and it was able to get me off the ground, but it was still a really bad video and it was still nothing that I'd be proud of today, nothing close to the standards I'd make my videos today. And in the end, I would have been better off if I spent those 3 months making more videos rather than just planning one out. What about League of Legends though? Do you want to go from bronze to silver, silver to gold? Just go ahead and try. Go ahead and do it. I've said this a few times on my channel. When I first started playing StarCraft 2, I wanted to get into the beta, but I wasn't able to, so I wasn't able to practice or play the game. All I could do was watch tournaments. So I watched all these tournaments and got all my elaborate builds. I knew what I would do if I played against Protoss or if I played against Zerg. I had all these strategies planned out. But when the game was released, I sucked. I was a terrible player, and there was no substitute for actual practice. Planning can't do that for you. It may sound obvious, but the best way to do something is to just do it. The best way to do something is to get started and go for it. Not just plan everything out, or not just look around for advice or how you can do something perfectly. Just go ahead and experiment, try things out. Working towards your goals through thick and thin is the best advice I can give anyone who wants to do anything with themselves and how they can achieve whatever goals that they may have. Anyway though, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all tomorrow, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue and have a wonderful day.